title. Of course, the grand final couldn't be played. Darley, though, did not lose a game all season, so very worthy winner, albeit, of course, in the grand final, Golden Point didn't get a chance to change that result. One of their key players is all the way from the UK. I think he has family there and in Ireland. His name is Harry Killoran, and he's about to fly back to the UK, I think, on Tuesday, taking our call this weekend. Good morning, Harry. You're about to rush back home, I believe, to the UK on, Tuesday?
Yep, good morning. Meant to be flying back on Tuesday, 24th. Obviously in these uncertain...
Tuesday?
Yep, good morning. Meant to be flying back on Tuesday, 24th. Obviously in these uncertain times. I was actually originally meant to fly home on the 8th of April. But with everything at the moment, it's I think I'm probably best while there's flights available, just to get back home. Obviously, because we're not sure what's going to happen with certain restrictions on travel. And obviously isolation and quarantine. So yeah, decided to fly back a little bit early because of obviously all the uncertainty with the virus at the moment.
Well, you're a key player for Darley, so the Ballarat Cricket Association making the decision to award Darley the title may have solved a problem for you. So if Ballarat, at one stage during the week, the Ballarat Cricket Association said, no, we're playing our grand final, even though many other country associations were not going to. But at one stage during the week, Darley were playing. At that stage, if they had been playing this weekend as we speak, would you have been still playing or trying to catch the flight, or what was the issue with yourself? What would you have done?
I think I would have obviously stayed for the grand final if it was either over one weekend or 2 weekends. So the BCA actually said they were going to play over one weekend this week. So that might have changed things. But obviously I've got a contract with Darley here, and they're expecting me to play in every game. So I would have stayed for as long as our matches were. Absolutely.
You were growing up in the UK and Ireland and far away from Darley, but it's pretty historic because you know this is the very first grand final they've won, and there is a connection with yourself because what you played at Darley recently as well, or this is not the first stint for you?
No, it's not. So I came over in 2015-16 when I was 18, fresh from school. Came out and played a season. We just narrowly missed out on finals that year, but I made some really good friends with the club. And then I did 3 years at university in Leeds, in England. And then I decided to come back out, and Darley was always my number one choice. The guys at the club got back in contact with me. And then I came over for another season now, so it's my second season in 5 years. But obviously, like you said, it's for us to win the flag this year it's been obviously a great year. Obviously, we weren't able to play in the grand final, which is a shame, but I think with the boys have done really well, and we've been undefeated this year, so great decision for me to come back. I've really enjoyed it, and I'm glad that obviously the team's success and my success has made for a good year.
Good morning to listeners on 13:14 AM in Ballarat. Harry Killoran is our name. You would have seen his name a few times in cricket results in the Courier, with a very fine season for Darley, who did not lose a game and got through to the grand final, were awarded the title on being the higher ranked team. So tell us about your season, because it was pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so on a team level, obviously we won. We were undefeated. I think we had 3 draws, but 1 was weather permitting, and I think 2 weather permitting and 1 draw. And then we won 13 games, I believe. And then personally, I had a good season with the bat. I think I scored 550 runs at an average of 45. I think I've got that correct. And then bowls, when I took 15 wickets or so. Was able to contribute both as bat and ball for the team's success. But we had match winners throughout the team that would put their hand up at different occasions. So for me to contribute in a winning side is always great, and that's something that they've got me over to do. So yeah, the fact that I was able to do that was brilliant.
Now, I'm not sure what the medal is for the best player in Ballarat cricket, but you were beaten by a couple, including another guy from the UK. I think we spoke to him on our program maybe last season. I think is Sam Burgess been here before? Not the Sam Burgess from the league, but do you know him? Obviously your paths have crossed.
Yeah, so I only met Sam when I came over here first time. We played against each other. I think we noticed the accents pretty early on. We became good friends through playing in the Ballarat team at Country Week, and we played golf a few times and we've caught up and stuff. Away from cricket, he's a worthy winner, a really good lad. Good cricketer. So yeah, good to see that. Obviously the imports have done well, and essentially like the likes of him and some of our Sri Lankans and maybe myself, if we can improve the league or try and win games it's only going to improve the quality and standard of cricket. So he's a great ambassador for obviously overseas professionals in the UK, and it's glad that he's done well and brought success to Ballarat himself.
So obviously cricket is far from the minds of a lot of people, or most people, but you would have been heading home, you were going to have a holiday in Asia and then head home. Would you have been suiting up for some cricket as the warmer months get closer in the UK? And that's still a little while away when the season would...
So I was actually planning on taking 7 weeks out, so missing the first 5 weeks of the cricket season in England, and travelling Southeast Asia, where I was a couple of friends from university. Obviously, we're not going to be able to do that. And then cricket as well is also looking pretty cancelled as well at the moment. There's no pre-season, there's no nets or training, and the ECB, the England Cricket Board, obviously the national governing body for cricket in the UK, are just saying that until the government gives further notice, there's no cricket. So tough times, obviously, for everyone, but in terms of cricketers as well, the likes of themselves that we're kind of looking for that sort of a kind of job over the summer. It's obviously up in the air. We're not sure what's going to happen, so I'm going to go back and then just see, but it's not looking likely that the season will start anytime soon, because it was meant to normally start at the end of April. However, now it's not looking good, so yeah, no cricket back home as well, unfortunately. Which is
you mentioned we're heading back home. Are you travelling with others, or...?
So yeah, there's a friend, another lad who plays at my club is playing at Albury, so we were meant to be getting a flight together, flying back with him, and then one of my friends from university who was meant to go travelling with me. So he's had a tough time because he's only just flew out to Australia he flew out 10 days ago, and then he's having to fly back when he was planning on staying here for 6 weeks, and then going to Asia as well. So it's it's obviously it's a shame for him, but everyone's got their own story of how this is affecting them in different ways. So.
Well, you're a young guy. We probably tell the younger people they don't have to worry about what's going on to a point, but your family's all the way back there in the UK and so on. Were they on the phone? Your family, instead of ringing up to say, are you coming home, you need to come home now, or were they saying, did Darley win? So
they obviously follow the results throughout the year on my cricket, and there's been times where they've stayed up in the middle of the night refreshing the scorecard and watching how we're getting on. So it was very much them calling me and asking about results. They know quite a bit about cricket, because I actually live on a cricket club, on a cricket ground back home, so they sort of grew up with it.
What's that ground?
It's called Chester Boughton Hall Cricket Club.
Right.
So I've basically lived there my whole life. So they're pretty in tune with cricket, but obviously once they saw the grand final was cancelled and there was no more cricket here for me, and obviously with the growing sort of uncertainty with the coronavirus, I think they're pretty keen for me to get back, just in case I have to be quarantined and anywhere else and sort of thing. So I think as it's really sort of increased uncertainty and things like that in the last few days, I think they're keen to get me back. So that's why I made the decision today, actually, to move my flight to Tuesday.
Safe travels back home. It's an interesting situation. As we know, all cricket cancelled, but you're one of those international players that's been playing country cricket. They're at Darley. In the end, the club do get the title, being undefeated, but obviously we understand why you want to rush home while you can to the UK. Hey, thanks for taking the call this morning, and let's hope in many months' time we might even be talking about you being back playing cricket in Ballarat or in Australia.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. Cheers for the call.
Harry Killoran from the UK lives on a cricket ground in the UK, as you heard there, the family, and been playing for Darley, had a very good season in Ballarat cricket, and was part of that Darley team that went undefeated and made the grand final, but were given the title off the back of being the highest ranked team. So cheer out our listeners in Ballarat and the UK. Maybe Harry's family are listening online on the RSN website, and all the best to Harry Killoran. And that wraps up this edition of A Country Breakfast. Certainly somber times in many